In just over a week, the interest rates on federal student loans are scheduled to double. I've been talking about this now for, a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months? I've lost track. We've been talking about it for a long time. If Congress does not get this done in a week, the average student with federal student loans will rack up an additional $1,000 in debt over the coming year. If Congress fails to act, more than 7 million students will suddenly be hit with the equivalent of a $1,000 tax hike. And that's not something that you can afford right now. Now, as I said, if this warning sounds familiar, we've been talking about this for months. Congress has had the time to fix this for months. This should be a no-brainer. It should not be difficult. It should have gotten done weeks ago. Now, the good news is there are folks in Congress trying to do the right thing. Last month, the Democrats in the Senate put forward a plan that would have kept these rates in place without adding a dime to the deficit. Unfortunately, Senate Republicans got together and blocked it. Over in the House, the Republicans said they'd keep these rates down only if we agreed to cut things like preventative health care for women, which obviously wouldn't fix the problem, but would create a new problem. This is even as they were voting lockstep for an economic plan that would cut financial aid for 9 million college students by an average of $1,000 and give a $150,000 tax cut to wealthy Americans. So I recognize that there's been some effort to change the subject from this rate hike. You guys, during this period when you've been in college, have been some of the toughest economic times since the 1930s. And there's still a lot of challenges ahead globally. And we can't control every economic headwind that we face. But this is something we can control. This is something we can do something about. Stopping student rates from doubling at the end of the month is something we can do right now to make a difference in the lives of all the American people. So there's still 10 days for Congress to do the right thing. I understand that members of both parties say they want to get this done, and there are conversations taking place, but they haven't done it yet. And we've got to keep the pressure on. That's where all of you come in.